if people are hopping on late, make sure you mute them, okay?
Ken,
Can
are
I
you
mute
muted?
myself?
I have no idea.
You're not muted because we can hear you. You are now.
I muted myself too.
Ready? Welcome, everyone. It's Sunday evening. Hope everyone's doing well. We're doing a quick Zoom today to kind of introduce people to the products and to kind of have a Q&A so that if anyone hops on and they have any questions, you can actually go to the little chat bubble at the bottom of your screen and type in anything that you want. So if you have any symptoms you can think of with anybody, either yourself or anyone in your friends or family, you can do that and we can respond to you the best we can and how it'll help. So my name is Julie again. I started taking Plexus 2 years ago, right about this time, just a couple months prior to that. And my quick version is that I struggled with, when I actually looked at all of my health, way more things than just a couple: bloating, massive stomach pains, an autoimmune, thyroid imbalance, mental health, anxiety and depression, high sugar cravings. I don't know. The more I think, the more I have is kind of one of those things, like cold sores, restless leg, like the little things that you would never think I should probably get on this whole plan for. Over time, they all went away. I am more patient with my kids. I sleep better. I used to joke, and actually Jen and I would fight about sleeping. I'd be like, how do you fall asleep so quick? Like I'm all stirred up about something, you know? And he's just like, and I would take forever to fall asleep, and a kid would wake me up and I just toss and turn. And now I sleep fantastic, which has helped so many things in my life. And pretty much most of everything that I described has disappeared, along with allergies and asthma for my kids. So it's been a huge blessing in my family. The community, the business, everything has blessed our family tremendously. We used the finances from sharing to adopt our 4th child from China. We went this spring to go pick her up. And so that is a big part of why I share, just trying to help more people and bless other people. So I wanted to share really quick about the Triplex. So the Triplex is the 3 core products, is the base of what we do here. And what we have, and those include 3 products. So Slim, and there's 2 different versions of that, is your pink drink. And you have the smaller one has XOS, which is a prebiotic. And the tall one has extra polydextrose, which helps with hunger control. And it's usually something we start people on if they have a lot of stomach issues, because it's less disrupting than to just tackle everything at once. It's a little bit easier on the stomach. So those 2 things. And then the ProBio 5 and the BioCleanse. These are the other 2 products in here. And together they help bring your body back into homeostasis by improving your blood glucose levels and improving your gut health, which is decreasing the bad candida yeast with your ProBio 5 and replenishing with good, and getting rid of all the bad toxins daily, which is your BioCleanse, and oxygenating the body. So collectively, you're decreasing inflammation as well. Balanced blood sugars means balanced hormones, because insulin is your master hormone. This also contains chromium, which is equal to 14 cups of broccoli, and a lot of other really amazing antioxidants to help with those things. So something that I love about our products is that none of them are just like a one thing. They all have added benefits towards gut health and towards just rebalancing the body. And by doing that, you'll see your body start to act as your body should be collectively, versus like, I struggle with this, I struggle with this, I struggle with this. Your body will start to work and operate at its best. So I'm going to pass it off to Tracy. Is that what we're going to do next? And she's going to share a little bit about her story. And Tracy has been a huge, huge blessing in my life. I was able to meet her in June, and we laughed our way and cried our way through 4 days.
Hey, Julia. Thank you, Julia. I enjoyed hanging out with you and Melanie and everybody else. It was an amazing, amazing time in my life, and it definitely bolstered my confidence and made me realize that this is where I should be, and this is what I should be doing, because it's helped me so much. So I made a promise that I would keep it short and sweet, because I'm one of those people, I could talk for days about what's happening in my life and about all the products and how wonderful that they are and how much they've changed my life. So I'll start with the time before I said yes to Plexus. I had gained back 70 pounds that I had lost, and then some, plus some. And my fatigue was, the best way I can describe it is debilitating. I spent my day in a fog. I counted the hours at work until my shift was over because I was so tired. I wasn't present for my family, even for the fun or the happy things. I just marked time until I could go to bed, and I was actually missing all of the moments because all I could focus on was the clock. I couldn't get out of bed. I couldn't walk down the stairs. I could hardly get out of the car. I looked like an 80-year-old person trying to get out of the car. I was ashamed. I was depressed, and I was hopeless. And I always cry because I was very, very hopeless. And after I had, Melanie had reached out to me about a month or so before that, and she had talked to me about samples. So I bought some samples and tossed them in the cupboard. And that's where they sat for a month or better. And then on a particularly bad day, when I had been crying for hours about how terrible I felt and how useless and helpless I felt, my husband said, "Hey, why don't you call Melanie?" And so I did that. And when I say that it changed my life, it is not an exaggeration. My energy level is good. I can stay awake a whole day. I don't need to take naps, and that's huge. I can garden. I can participate in my family's activities. I can walk up and down stairs. These aren't huge things to some people, but when you can't do it, it's a big thing. When you're crawling up the bleachers like some old person to watch your stepdaughter play volleyball and everyone's looking at you like, what's wrong with her? It's shameful. And so I've lost weight. I've lost around 14 pounds. I've lost bloat. The amount of bloat that I lost is just unreal. I look like I look like one of those Macy's Day parade balloons because I was so puffy and huge, and that's gone. And most importantly, though, the hopelessness is gone. I've gained hope, and I know that I will get back to where I want to be because now I have the tools that will help me get there. So that's pretty much my story. So, thank you for letting me share it.
And will you share about your product real quick?
Oh, absolutely. One of the things that I really loved, besides the triplex that Julia talked about, was Ease. Ease, I had a lot of aches and pains. My husband had a lot of aches and pains. My knees hurt, my ankles hurt, everything hurt. And that was one of the things that I think benefited me the most because I was actually able to take walks in the neighborhood and do some exercising, do some gardening, and use the Ease. And it really took care of those aches and pains. And it certainly doesn't have the side effects like ibuprofen or any of those things that I worry about taking. And it's been a huge, huge thing in my husband's life. He was diagnosed with a form of neuropathy, and so he aches terrible. And so Shauna helped me with setting up the dosage for that. And he doesn't walk around like an old man, all stooped over like he did before. And so that's a big, huge thing. So Ease is definitely a product that I would recommend.
Thank you. So yeah, Ease has New Zealand green lip mussel, and it literally chews away inflammation on an empty stomach. It's a pretty incredible supplement that we have, and it also helps with detox, which is great. So like I said, all the products kind of interwork with each other. It can help you if you have a headache or like cramps. I know Mike doesn't struggle with that. So for women. Anyway, so next we have, is Mike going to share?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, so Melanie got me started with this program back in January of 18. About 9 months later, I went to my local family doctor, and in the time I went to the doctors, full disclosure here, I'd go into the doctors and I would be absolutely anxious about everything. I mean, just fearing the worst. Went in there, the young lady that typically would greet me at the door ended up taking my blood pressure, didn't say anything, which I thought was kind of odd. And then when my doctor came in, he ran my blood pressure check, and I distinctly remember him going, like something was up, and it kind of made me nervous. Well, he took it again, and in the time he took it again, he says, wow, he goes, your blood pressure has really dropped. He goes, what are you doing? Well, then I told him, I said, well, my wife's got me started on this thing, and just, I didn't go into great detail with him, but I distinctly remember that my blood pressure reading, the bottom number, which I'm not sure if that's the diastolic, I'm not well versed on that stuff, but it was, I believe it was 117/74, which is really low for me, because more often than not, the bottom number was in the upper 80s and the 90s. And he was really impressed with the fact that, you know, my blood pressure had come down. So over time, it ended up where he cut my dose in half of the blood pressure. Now, I still struggle with things like ulcerative colitis. I also have acid reflux. Those are things that I'm hoping in time will, I know of other people that have had success with those things, with the Plexus products, and I'm hoping that happens for me. Two things, and another thing, full disclosure here. Melanie is the brains of our operation. I know this is being recorded and she can play it over and over and over again, but it's the absolute truth. And she is constantly on me, and not in a bad way. She's constantly on me about water, and I am not good with water. It is really a struggle for me, but I notice that when I do a lot of water, that it works that much better. So water is definitely something that I have to push a little bit more. The other thing is, it's not a miracle cure. I know you guys all know that, but the big thing is that if you limit certain things like sugar, I know Julia talked about it a little bit. My thing with sugar is it's a love relationship. There's no hate at all. I absolutely love sweets. It's really hard to get past them. I would start every meal with a sweet. But if I can just work on that over the coming year, and also increase my water intake, it would be that much more beneficial to me. The one thing that she had got me on that helped a lot, I noticed a big difference, was the Mega X. And the Mega X helped with sleep at night. I'm always struggling with sleep. I mean, I could take naps during the day with the best of them. And in retirement, I have done that, whether I need them or not. But truthfully, that helped me out a lot with my sleep. And the product in general, I know you talked very beginning about the Slim and so on. The Slim, the pink drink, is awesome. I like the pink drink. I mean, that's like something that appealed to me right away. So it's, like I say, it's a process that I have to continue to work on, especially with the water and healthier food choices. But I'm going to Nashville next year. I'm pretty excited about this. So let's see what we can get done over the coming time.
Good job. And the Mega X, it is a plant-based omegas. So you don't, if you've ever tried them before and you get that fishy burp, or you open the bottle and it's all powerful fish smell, this is plant-based, so you don't have that. And it is known, if you research omegas, to help with heart health and brain health and inflammation, as he said, with that. So, and sleep. So, and then what's next? Shauna?
I think that's it for now. Did we talk about X Factor Plus? We should do that real quick too. X Factor Plus, I didn't bring the bottle of it with me, but that is our multivitamin. That's something we always recommend people starting with. And that will replace your current multivitamin. It has fat and water soluble vitamins, trace minerals, polyphenols, which again help with gut health, and aloe, which increases absorption into the body. It's methylated, which is key. So a lot of people, if you buy off-the-shelf vitamins, you'll see folic acid. That means it's synthetic. And close to 50% of the population doesn't absorb synthetic vitamins. So a lot of times if you're like, I'm taking this multi and I don't even know that it's making a difference, but I've got 400 of them in this bottle, that's probably why. So you need to make sure that your vitamin has folate and methylated B vitamins. And it also helps with, what was I going to say? It helps with premenopausal. A lot of people
And
have
night sweats.
Huh?
And night sweats.
Night sweats. 2 people on this call. Massive help with night sweats. The difference between X Factor and X Factor Plus. X Factor does not have the polyphenols. They both have aloe. They're both methylated. People with blood thinning medications, typically we start them on X Factor, and younger kids, it's a smaller pill and it doesn't have as much, it's a little bit more gentle on the body. So some people that have a lot of severe stomach aches or certain things, we may start them on a gentler version, or kids in high school, or things like that. Like my son just takes 1 of the regular X Factor. Does anyone else have any questions? Melissa, did you bring any questions with you? Can you hear us? And I'm not sure who Galaxy J7 is.
No questions. We're driving and just listening.
Okay.
Galaxy J7 is Ken. He didn't want to be seen. Oh, it's not you?
No, that's not me. They're in a car.
No, that is you. He's like, so, and that's not me. Yes, it is him. So, typical evening at our house, but yeah, that's him. But he has also had some great success with acid reflux and some other GI stuff that he has that the triplex has taken care of and helped him a great deal. So we're very thankful for this stuff.
So we just wanted to thank you for joining us, Melissa, and anybody else that couldn't make it. We recorded it, so you will hear this. And for attending, Melissa wins. So you can, I will tell you what you won, Melissa. I'll private message you your choices. And if you do listen to the recording and let us know before what's Wednesday, July 24th, you have an opportunity to win as well if you send us a message and tell us this keyword. What? Let's think. Mega X?
Mega X.
Let's say Mega X because it helped Mike. So if you tell us Mega X, then we know you listened in, and then you have an opportunity to win as well. And there is an amazing discount if you're actually interested in starting, but that expires also on the 24th at midnight. So we would love for you to hop on and join us in this health journey, and we appreciate everyone's time. Anything else?
Anyone else want to add anything? I just wanted to say that one thing that I love, a couple of things that I love really quick are, one, this kind of takes over the whole diet myth, which is huge for me, because the diet myth is all about this, right? What I can and can't have. And it makes a huge difference in your body and your system when good foods satisfy you, when your palate changes, and then high sugars and high carbs don't stick to you as well. It's not like a constant thing of, can I eat that? Can I not eat that? Can I eat that? Can I not eat that? When you have your body in balance, when you do all the things you need to, your taste buds will change over time. And when you decrease yeast in the body, it helps your body not crave those things as much. And so it becomes a long-term health decision. When you have more energy and you get off the couch and you move your body, like things happen in your body. When you sleep better, your health improves. When that sleep, like Shauna originally did a sleep study, and she went from 2 hours of like deep sleep to 4 hours in the first couple months with her little watch. That was amazing to see. Just the quality of your sleep gets better. Helping your body drink all that water. These are lifetime habits that you're establishing by making your supplements a habit. So your food choices, your sleep, all of those things come into play, and you're not doing this alone. That's another huge thing. You do this with a tremendous community of people that are really seeking to make a difference in this world and do good. And this is a community like nothing that I've experienced. So if you're looking for health changes, financial changes, changes in your family, like your future, right? The choices for your family, for your kids, this is something that encompasses all of that. So it's just been a huge blessing for my family and for me to get to know everybody here. And we are here with any questions that you might have. That's it. You don't do this alone.